So, we thought A Winter Night's Lazo was the biggest lore shift when we finally met the Harbingers, but this, the Gods Limits teaser, is something else entirely. Now, we're face to face with actual gods, beings above the Archons, above the Fatui, above everything we thought even mattered in Teyvat. And from what we've seen, only 3 gods are currently watching over everything: Renova, Naberius, and Istaroth. In this teaser, the entire mood shifts. The visuals are unsettling, almost sacred. The way their voices echo, the way time seems to pause when they speak. It's not just lore, this is a warning. And if you really look, the clues are all there. In this video, I will talk about sensitive stuff that we weren't meant to know. The truth behind the traveler's journey, the reason for the 500-year time gap, the possibility that someone we've trusted since the beginning may not be who we thought. Let's start with what's confirmed. There are only 3 true gods currently active: Renova, the ruler of death; Naberius, the ruler of life, who shares authority with Daughter, by the way; and Istaroth, the ruler of time. And then, the heavenly principle is mentioned. She's not among them. She's sleeping. She hasn't woken up in 500 years. The way they say it, though, it's almost like everyone's just been buying time, waiting for her return. And then comes that line. Renova asks Istaroth, "Why did you bestow history upon them?" And Istaroth answers, "I had to pass the time." That's when everything starts making sense. She's talking about us, the twins, Lumine and Ether, and what sounds like a poetic answer actually explains the entire story. She gave us history. She stopped our journey. She split us apart just to pass the time. While the heavenly principle sleeps, Istaroth messed with the entire timeline of Teyvat because she was bored. That's why we woke up after 500 years. That's why the world feels paused and broken. It's not coincidence. It's the ruler of time's will. But then we hit the part that throws everything off. Asmoday, the being who attacked us at the start of the game, the one who separated the twins and triggered everything. Because Asmoday is gone, missing. And that's not some background detail. The other gods are looking for her. A former divine being, once loyal to the heavenly principle, has broken away and pledged allegiance to someone else. Which is exactly why people are talking again. What if Asmoday has been with us this whole time? What if she's PAIMON? Now wait, before that sounds too far-fetched, think about what we know now. The heavenly principle has been sleeping for 500 years. We woke up after 500 years, and PAIMON showed up right as we began the journey, appearing from nowhere, floating by our side ever since. She's been guiding us, staying with us through every single region, every Archon, every battle. And then in this teaser, we learn that Asmoday loves her master more than herself, that master being the heavenly principle. So what if the heavenly principle asked Asmoday to go with us? If the principle is asleep, maybe she sent Asmoday to guide us until the time comes. There's also this implication between the 3 gods that Asmoday might have switched sides, that she chose to follow the traveler, that she's no longer acting under divine order, but out of her own will. Not in rebellion, but willingly. Like she saw something, and made the decision to walk with the traveler instead of staying up there with the gods. If that's true, then everything she's done since the start has been part of a plan, one that doesn't serve the gods anymore. Now moving on, Renova, the god of death, has a strange connection with Pierro, the first harbinger. The teaser directly says he can observe her actions, which makes no sense. How does a mortal, or even a harbinger, have that kind of access to a god, unless he was given that power, or cursed with it? And it ties all the way back to the Cataclysm 500 years ago. That's when Renova placed the curse of immortality on Kynria. And here's where things go dark. He says it himself. The Fatui want to kill God, not the Archons, not Celestia, the god, the one above all. And his reason? He watched it happen. Pierro was there when Renova, the ruler of death, cursed Kynria with immortality. He saw her do it with his own eyes. And ever since then, he's been obsessed with one thing: revenge. And that might be exactly why Pierro is still alive, why he's helping the Tsaritsa, why he's trying to collect the noses. And then finally, after years of mystery, Colombina is teased again. We hear that the Fatui and Nodcry forces are trying to retrieve her. That means she's not free. She's missing, trapped, sealed. Something went wrong. But what really matters here is this: Nodcry doesn't have an Archon. This region, the one tied to death and possibly the afterworld itself, is the first region with no divine ruler, which means Colombina might be the one to take that role. And at this point, it's basically confirmed. Colombina is not just a harbinger anymore. She is absolutely going to be playable. Her role is too important, too tied to the central lore. The fact that they're retrieving her means there's a deeper story, one that could make her more divine than some of the Archons we've met already. So if we put all this together, here's what it looks like. There are only 3 gods left watching Teyvat. The real ruler, the heavenly principal, is asleep. Istaroth has manipulated time to delay the twins' journey. Asmoday might be with us as PAIMON. Pierro is working to fight and kill the gods. And Colombina is about to become something far bigger than we expected. And behind all of it is the truth that everything began 500 years ago with the Cataclysm. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. This is the kind of story that changes everything we thought we knew. And it's only getting deeper from here. If this helped you understand what's going on, don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your own theory. And don't forget to check our Discord server. We have an amazing community out there. The link is in the description. And yeah, drink some water. You're gonna need it for what's coming next. I'll see you in the next one.